Hey guys, welcome to the Super Post Show where we talk about things Marvel, DC, and Star Wars. And today I want to talk to you guys about Mr. Fantastic. So, as you know, John Krasinski made his debut as Mr. Fantastic in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which was a really big fan service to fans, as a lot of fans have wanted John Krasinski to be casted in the Fantastic Four movie. So, with that being said, there also has been a lot of speculation because John Krasinski really hasn't commented on the idea of him returning as Mr. Fantastic. And with that being said, there also has been a bunch of rumored actors kind of going around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off all of the actors that are rumored to be in the Fantastic Four movie to be Reed Richards. And I'm going to tell you who I would want to be Reed Richards out of all of these people if I was to, if I was to go off of this list, okay? So we're going to start with I'm going to read off all the guys, and then after I read them off, I'll just go into explanation. So the first person that really would be a crazy casting if it was to happen is Penn Badgley or Badgley. I think I always get his name right. Penn Badgley. If you don't know who Penn Badgley is, he is in one of the biggest shows of all time, You. If you don't know him from another project, he was also in Gossip Girl. He's also a child actor. He's been in the industry for a long time. Now, when it comes to Penn Badgley, I go 50-50 because I do think Penn Badgley will be a really good Mr. Fantastic now that I look at it from a different standpoint. Because when I watch shows like You, or even when I used to watch him in Gossip Girl, don't judge me, he does give off like a nerdy type, and I think he will play good in that role. I also think he will be a good Doctor Doom as well. I don't know why, but I think like when you watch You and you see the dark side that Penn Badgley goes and how far he can go, I think that would be dope to see as, for someone to play like a Doctor Doom type of a character. But it also depends on, what nationality of is Liberia and all that jazz. But for me personally, I think Penn Badgley would be a good Mr. Fantastic. And to be honest, he will probably be in my running for number one. But let's get to the other people on the list. Because guys, just to let you know, I like this list that I'm going off of. I've never looked at this list once. Okay. And I have talked about Penn Badgley before being cast as Mr. Fantastic when the rumor first was going around. So I honestly wouldn't be against him. Now, next on the list, Adam Driver. Now, if you don't know who Adam Driver is, he is Kylo Ren in Star Wars. When I say that, you know who he is. So I am totally against Adam Driver playing the role of Reed Richards. I think Adam Driver, number one, doesn't look the part. Now, if I was to cast Adam Driver, this is another guy that I think, now, more than Penn Badgley, Adam Driver would probably be the most perfect Doctor Doom that we would ever see. Number one, because Adam Driver has a really deep monotone voice and it's scary. When you listen to him in the Kylo Ren mask, it sounds nuts. Number two, he's already experienced with being a villain and wearing a mask, and he has like that menacing type of character to him, which I think is super awesome. And I would love to really see that. Number three, Adam Driver is one of the greatest actors of our time. I mean, a lot of people might not agree, but I think Adam Driver is a great actor. And actors like Adam Driver, these are the guys that you want to keep for the next 10 to 20 years, because when it comes to Dr. Doom, I mean, you just put the mask on and he's good to go. So Adam Driver is someone that I would love to see as Dr. Doom, not as Mr. Fantastic at all. So for Adam Driver, I'm no. Just put this man as Dr. Doom, and I'm cool with that. Next guy, Ryan Gosling. Okay, so I think this is probably the worst one, but a lot of fans have been hearing about this. If you don't know who Ryan Gosling is, he was in a movie called La La Land and some other stuff. Listen to me. Ryan Gosling would be terrible as Mr. Fantastic. I mean, terrible. Mr. Fantastic is supposed to be a nerd who's, not the most attractive. He's like a nerd. Ryan Gosling is a pretty boy. I don't want to see Ryan Gosling playing Mr. Fantastic. Do I think he would maybe be a great actor? Yes, Ryan Gosling is a great actor, but no. I think a role more fitting. My boy Brendan, he fights for this. He would love Ryan Gosling to play someone like Ghost Rider. I'm not sure if he will be great in that character, but Mr. Fantastic is just not where I want to see, bro. That's just not. No, I'm good off of that one. No. Now, this next one is probably the worst. Oh my gosh. And I did a video on this as well as him being Mr. Fantastic. Diego Luna. Now, if you don't know who Diego Luna is, he is in the newest Star Wars show, Andor. And, Diego Luna is a good actor. I'm not going to just hate on Bull and say he's a bad actor. But Diego Luna as Mr. Fantastic is a terrible idea. And, you know, I'm cool with Adam Driver because he's done with the Star Wars projects. Why are we just going to keep using the same people? Like, this guy's already in a Star Wars project. So why are we just going to keep shopping them back and forth? I don't see a point in doing that. And as much as I like Diego Luna as an actor, I think he will be a terrible Mr. Fantastic. He's another guy. I just don't see him being the nerd. I don't see him being the genius. When I look at someone like Adam Driver, when I look at someone like Penn Badgley, they give me genius vibes. You know what I mean? So Diego Luna for me is just that. No, I'm good off of that. I am, you know, yeah, I don't know. I am cool off of that. I think that Diego Luna will play a really good villain. Kind of like the way I see Zemo. I can see Diego Luna playing someone like that. And honestly, what I like about the MCU is that they give a lot of characters different type of roles. They don't take roles that you would traditionally see them in. So I would love to see Diego Luna maybe as a villain or something like that. I think that would be interesting. So here's another one. Very interesting. John David Washington. Okay. So this is Denzel Washington's son. John David Washington was also in Tenet, which is a really good movie, which I like. Now, for me personally, I wanted, I was on the team recast T'Challa. I wanted T'Challa to be recast for Wakanda Forever. And John David Washington was probably the person that I wanted to replace T'Challa the most. I think John David Washington is a great actor. I think John David Washington could play any role that he wants to. With that being said, he should not play Reed Richards. I think that this man should be T'Challa. I still do. And I stand by that. I would love to see him as the next T'Challa in the Black Panther. I don't see this guy being Mr. Fantastic whatsoever. Even though he has the acting chops to do it. No, I'm good. I am good. I wouldn't want to waste an actor and I'm not saying that Mr. Fantastic is like some trash character, but I wouldn't want to waste a talent like John David Washington on with a character like Mr. Fantastic, with someone like John David Washington's type of stature and the way that in the other roles that I've seen him. I would love to see John David Washington in the role of like an assassin or like a killer. That kind of role for me is where I could see him at. I just don't see him as Mr. Fantastic at all. But if he was cast, I would be very interested to see how it would turn out. But at first sight, I'm good. Next one is Dev Patel. Okay. So Dev Patel, I never really heard of this guy. Not really. He's a British actor, Indian guy. But, so this guy was the lead in Slumdog Millionaire. I've never seen that movie before. I should watch it. But at first glance, I don't think this guy should play. I don't think he should be Mr. Fantastic. Honestly, he will be a fire. He looks like he could be in a Star Wars movie. The way he looks. To be honest, no, I'm good. Dev Patel, I'm straight, bro. I don't want to see this guy in a Star Wars movie at all. Nothing against him, but no, doesn't fit the part for me. This one is very interesting. Henry Cavill. Okay. So, now, as you all know, Henry Cavill is not Superman anymore. And so he is probably, I'm pretty sure he signed a deal with Amazon, so he's probably gonna be busy. This is another case of Henry Cavill is such a great actor. I don't want to see him in this role. I think he's the kind of guy that he'll be good all by himself. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about John David Washington too, is that he doesn't need a team. He can find a character where he's good all by himself. Same with Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill could be good all by himself. Everybody says Hyperion, but whatever Henry Cavill ends up as, I think he's going to be in the MCU eventually, to be honest with you guys. No, not Reed Richards. He could be somebody else, man. He's husky. He's bulky. He has that charm. He could do that with something else. And again, Reed Richards is a nerd. Should he be this handsome? You guys tell me. Henry Cavill is handsome to me. I don't know. Pause. Okay. Now, the last person is Glenn Howardtown. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys heard of this guy. I haven't really heard of Glenn Howardtown like that, to be honest with y'all. So I'm not really familiar with this guy's work. So I'm gonna just go off of just the look, and then I'll just give you my opinion from there. So he is let me see what project he's in. Okay, he's 46 years old. This guy's pretty old, man. So that kind of takes him out already. He was in a show, It's Always Sunny. Look, this guy's no. He's 46 years old. We don't want nobody that old being in the MCU, bro. Yeah. I mean, he looks all right, but this guy's just, I don't know. He just doesn't, I'm not vibing with him. I don't feel the vibe, you know? Yeah, man, this guy's Glenn Howerton, waste of time. I wouldn't even put this guy in the conversation. I don't even think Kevin Feige would even go for someone that older, to be real with you. So I'll be real with you guys. There's only two candidates that I see: Adam Driver and Penn Badgley to play Mr. Fantastic. Um, and to be honest, I wouldn't even go with Adam Driver. To be honest, with you guys, um, honestly, the only good option to me is Penn Badgley. I think he'll be great. He has the nerdy voice, the nerdy tone. He's not like he doesn't look like he's the most huskiest or the strongest. I think that's kind of guy you need. You need somebody that's kind of a loser. You know, we need someone that gives us loser vibes that can end up becoming super cool. You know, and I think those type of characters are kind of what we need for it, or that I think that type of actor is what we need for the Reed Richards role, a nerd. You know, because when I think about Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark, right? He wasn't the huskiest like Hemsworth. He wasn't the best good. He wasn't as good looking as Chris Evans, but he had swagger, and that's why people loved him. And with Reed Richards, he doesn't really have swag like that. He's just a nerd. So Penn Badgley for me on this list would be the greatest choice. Tell me what you guys think. Who do you think would be a good Mr. Fantastic? Leave a comment below, and we can debate it. I'll comment back, and we can go back and forth. Show me some love, guys. Like and subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you know when I post. Have a wonderful day, my superhero posties. Peace.